Praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Machakadash. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. It means He is. Yahushai is the name of His Son. It means He is who saves. His Son. It means He is who saves. Hakadosh is the name of the Holy Spirit in Hebrew. European Central Bank President candidly admits CBDC will be used for control. Christine Lagarde made startling confession to prankster posing as the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. The ECB president admitted that there will be control in regards to a digital euro, much to the displeasure of the crypto community. A widely shared video of European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde admitted that a digital euro will be used in a limited way to control the payments that people can make, and it was taken from a 3-week-old prank video. The video was highlighted by a breaking news account, Watcher Guru, on April the 6th and generated a significant amount of social media chatter on it. This is coming from... So it's April the 8th, 2023. This is hot. So it's like 2 days old. She said, personally convinced that we will move ahead with the digital euro. Hold on, no, let's go back. The video was highlighted by the breaking news account Watcher Guru on April the 6th and generated a significant amount of social media chatter. In it, Lagarde cited the desire to not be reliant on an unfriendly country's currency or a currency provided by a corporate entity like Facebook or like Google. She said she is personally convinced that we have to move ahead with the digital euro. Right, so I saw something somewhere else saying it's going to come in October. And people saying turn to XRP or whatever, Bitcoin or whatever. But the truth of the matter is that the people in Bitcoin are only in it to make fiat currency anyway. They're not in it. The majority of them are just investors, speculators. So that's not going to work. Let's have a listen.
Well, I have a question about. I'm also a good user of electronic money. So my question: you're introducing the electronic euro, as I know.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
how can switching to an electronic currency help?
Well, two things. Number one, it will be decided in October. So we are preparing the ground. We want to be ready. We want to be trained, but it will not be decided until October 23.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I'm personally convinced that we have to move ahead is a situation like the one we are in now. We are dependent on the supply of gas by a very unfriendly country. I don't want Europe to be dependent on an unfriendly country's currency. For instance, I don't know, the Chinese currency, the Russian currency, the whatever. Or dependent on a friendly currency, but which is activated by a private corporate entity like, Facebook or like Google or anybody like.
I'm a user of Bitcoin too, so I had bought it when it started, and I hope that it also will work through the special system. And I know there are many protests in Europe against the electronic euro. What is the reason?
It's the beauty of Europe. It has different positions. If you ask in Northern Europe, for instance, in the Netherlands, they're quite happy to see the e-euro coming. If you ask a young German man, he'll say, yeah, fine. As I said, I don't want Meta, Google, or Amazon to suddenly come up with a currency that would take over the sovereignty of Europe. I don't want a foreign currency to become the currency of trading within Europe. So we have to be ready.
Now the problem is they don't want to be controlled. They don't want to.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what? Now we have in Europe this threshold above 1,000 euros, you cannot pay cash. If you do, you are on the grey market. You take your risk. You get caught, you are fined, or you go in jail. But you know, the digital euro is going to have a limited amount of control. There will be control. You're right. You're completely right. We are considering whether for very small amounts, you know, anything that is around 300, 400 euros, we could have a mechanism where there is zero control. But that could be dangerous. The terrorist attacks on France back 10 years ago were entirely financed by those very small anonymous credit cards that you can recharge in total anonymity.
So there you have it. So they're looking to control or be able to monitor and control who makes money. I mean, who spends money and on what. And it goes, you know, and it's going to be euro. So it's going to be the E. See, if you see it like the Watchmen of particularly your GMS, they've been saying this for a long time, but let me just break it down to you. It's all coming together. We've got the digital identity. We've got the COVID pass or the vaccination electronic vaccination certificates. And we've got the CBDC or the euro coming in October. And other people are talking about other things called quantum. But you can see that this, even though it's not fully clear and formulated what they're going to do, you can see the direction things are going in, and it goes back to Revelation 13:16. Let's get it. Let's get that scripture. This one doesn't have any adverts. It's annoying with adverts, man. Again. Keep on saying it till we blue in the face. You know, you got they're planning on making a decision on the euro in October 2023. And if that goes through, then we out, man. We out. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm gonna make it, but we out. That's the end. That's Jacob holding on to Esau's heel. He's got him. That's the end. It's the end of the Edomite Empire. The casting down of the dragon. Revelation 12, I think. You know, let's get that. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand. Yeah, so all of these things are going to be electronic. So how are they going to, what are you going to carry? You're going to carry a digital wallet, or they're going to mandate that they put the same chip or a similar chip that they might use in a digital wallet in your hand, so that these wallets aren't getting stolen. Because, for example, what are they going to do about, they're going to try and control people. How are they going to stop people from stealing each other's electronic identity? You can see it. You can see it. It's all happening. Like, for other people, it's real time, but for the true apostles and the prophets, it's happening in slow motion. It's like they're in the Matrix. They can see everything before it's happening. You know, and the reason why that is because of the scriptures. I'm going to get Revelation 12, and then we'll be out. 12 and 6. And the woman fled into the wilderness where she had a place prepared of God, and they should feed her there for 1,203 days. And there was a war in heaven, and Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, the old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice, saying, in heaven now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our God, and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down. And the accuser is the Edomites, man. In particular, the Amalekites, who are trying to present themselves as the people that are keeping the law, and at the same time promoting wickedness through the music, through the food, through the pagan rituals and the pagan feast days and holidays that we celebrate. You know, the whole thing is, oh, look at us and look at you and look at the ones that you've chosen. That's the whole thing. But really, behind that is just Esau crying for his birthright. That's in Genesis chapter 23, 24. Let's get it. One way you can recognize Esau is he'll stab someone in the back, and then when he's caught, he'll cry like a bitch. Sorry, there's no other way of putting it, but anyone who does that, be like, okay, that's the Esau spirit. Let's see. Oh, that's way too far. Twenty-three, 25. That's said, isn't it? Oh, is it 16? I'm getting confused now. Isaac. Abram, Isaac. It says past 25. It must be 26. "27. He called Esau his eldest son and said unto him, Behold, here I am. He said, and he said unto him, Behold, here I am, and said, Behold, now I am old, and I know not the day of my death. Now therefore take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quiver and thy bow, and go out to the field and take me some venison, and make me a savoury meat such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die. And Rebekah heard when Isaac spake to Esau his son, and Esau went to the field to hunt for venison and bring it. And Rebekah spake unto Jacob her son, saying, Behold, I heard thy father speak unto Esau thy brother, saying, Bring me venison and make me savoury meat, that I may eat and bless thee before the Lord before my death. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice according to that which I command me. Go to the flock and fetch me from thence 2 good kids of the goats, and I will make them savoury meat for thy father, such as he loveth, and thou shalt bring it to thy father, that he may eat, and that he will bless thee before his death. And Jacob said unto Rebekah his mother, Behold, Esau is my brother. My brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. My father peradventure will feel me, and I shall seem to him as a deceiver, and he shall bring a curse upon me, and not a blessing. And his mother said unto him, Upon me be thy curse, my son. Only obey my voice, and go and fetch me them. And he went and he fetched and brought them to his mother. And the vibes that I'm getting, I don't even want to say it. And his mother made savoury meat such as his father loved. And Rebekah took goodly raiment of her eldest son Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob her younger son. And she put the skins of the kids of the goats upon his hands and upon the smooth of his neck. And she gave. So Esau must have been hairy. He must have been a hairy dude, man. And she gave the savoury meat and the bread. And she gave the savoury meat and the bread which he had prepared into the hand of her son Jacob. And he came unto his father and said, My father. And he said, Here I am. Art thou my son? And Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau thy firstborn. I have done according as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, and sit and eat of my venison, thou shalt bless me. And we go on, and then later on he says, he finds out, yeah, so verse 30, and it came to pass as soon as Isaac had made the end of blessing, and Jacob of bless of Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out of the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came back from his hunt, and he had made savoury meat and brought it unto his father, and he said unto his father, let my father arise and eat of his son's venison, that thy son may bless me. And Isaac his father said unto him, who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly and said, who? Where is he that hath taken venison and brought it to me? No, and I have eaten all before thou camest, and I have blessed him, yea, and he shall be blessed. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, thy brother came with subtlety. See, again, accusing. Although he didn't mention that he had sold it. You know what I mean? Just getting caught, doing badness, getting caught and crying like a bitch. That's Esau all over, man. And whenever you see that spirit, you know, like Jake would be like, he might kill someone, and then you go into court and you'll be like, right, I did it. Do you know what I mean? Esau will go into court and cry. What was that guy, that South African guy? Shot up his wife, went into court, started crying. Also, that other boy, what was it? I think he was during the riots in America. I brought what's that, an AR-15 or something, or some kind of assault rifle. Shot up a bunch of people, came into court. When the chips were down, he was about to get punished, he started crying. That's Esau all over. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, bless me, even me also, my father. Always trying to get out of it. Always trying to do the dirt. And then also, it's just an entitlement. It just makes me sick. And he said, thy brother came with subtlety and have taken away thy blessing. And he said, is he not rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright. Took away. Not that he sold it. Lies. And behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. No, that's what he bought, man. Comes with the birthright, right? What's the birthright to? It's a birthright to a blessing. Come on now. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? Of course he hasn't, because you sold it. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all of his brethren. Anyway, this is what you're going to get. You're going to see where we're coming into now. We're almost out of here. It's the CBDC, the MOTB, do you know what I mean? The RFID. You know what I mean? It's the end of times, man. Do you know what I mean? The TMH, man, is going to kick the EDOM's ass. And what's going to happen is he's going to start crying like a bitch, man. You know what I mean? They'll let the weak say I'm strong, and you know, people will hiss at him and say, is this the man that caused the earth to tremble? Do you know what I mean? And we will see who he is, man. His skirt is going to be lifted, and you'll know who he is, because he's going to start crying like he ain't done nothing. When you see anybody doing that, you'll know exactly who he is and what time it is. Anyway, I'm going to shut off. Then I'm going to say shalom.